Welcome back. We continue our frequently asked questions on the topic of ambition. And coming up next is a question that's very close to my heart, because in the last session I had, in one of the tips given to parents on getting the kids to be more ambitious in life, I told them that you are an average of the 4 people that you move around with. Okay? So if you move around with, indeed it is, so if you move around with people who set their goals very high, very low, or if you move around with people who give up at the first instance of failure, or you move around with people who do not try, who are lethargic, who give up, okay, then you tend to, probably you get infected by these kind of attitude viruses, and you tend to show those strains as well. So it's very important that you people are successful, very important to move around with people who are ambitious, and very important to move around with people who try their level best to succeed. When I mentioned that, I also told parents in the last session to make sure that their kids move around with students who are ambitious. Okay? So when I went back home, my son came to me, his name is Aman, grade 7, he came back to me and said, "Dad, but that was a very mean thing to say." I said, "What do you mean mean things to say?" He said, "Look at the kind of friends I have." He, by the grace of God, he performs well. Okay, he's always either the topper or the second best in school, and he's also pursuing a lot of other hobbies. He's a brown belt in karate. He's an extremely competent speaker. He wins a lot of prizes. He's quite ambitious, the boy. Now he comes back and says, "That was very mean of you to say that." I said, "Why?" He said, "Well, I've got a lot of good friends. They might not be very good at academics, but they're good friends. They're good guys, kind guys, okay? They help me. We get along quite well. So it was mean of you to say that you need to move around only with students who are extremely competent." Well, and I thought I should explain, okay? And I explained to him by giving this story to him. It seems, I need to conclude in the next 4 to 5 minutes. So it seems once a farmer was walking in his farm, and he saw an egg lying on the ground. Okay, and he said, "Whoa, that's an egg. That's a bonus-free egg. Let me go and put it along with the eggs that I have." So he took the egg and he went to his farm and he kept it in the chicken's cage. Okay, in the hen's cage. Now the mother hen already had 6 or 7 eggs, and mother hen gladly took the new egg into her fold, into her care. Okay, so the farmer thought, "Okay, I'll come back probably in a week and I'll have 1 extra chicken." He comes back and he finds an amazing sight after 1 week. What does he find? He finds mother hen walking around proudly and her children following her one by one. And at the end, there was a very strange looking bird. A very strange looking bird. So he went up to the bird, he picked it up, and I said, "Oh my God, this is a baby eagle. This is not a chicken." So in fact, the egg that he had chanced upon on the farm was the egg of an eagle. So he told the baby eagle, "Habibi, what are you doing? Yeah, you're not supposed to run around. You're not supposed to pick worms from the ground. And when a cat comes close by, you're not supposed to go running towards your mother. You're an eagle. You're supposed to fly in the skies. You're supposed to own the big blue sky." And you know what the baby eagle said? "No, look at my brothers, look at my mom, look at my sisters. I'm just a chicken, and I'm scared of cats, and I eat worms." The farmer kept doing that many times, but still the baby eagle said, "No, I cannot do that." Finally, the farmer takes hold of the baby eagle and he goes climbing a mountain. He climbs up a mountain, and standing at the very top of the mountain, he hurls the baby eagle into the air. And what does the baby eagle say? "Oh my God, I'm going to die. I'm scared. I'm going to fall down, hit my head against the rocks and die." But while he falls down, a gust of wind catches his wings, and his wings open. Okay, and he suddenly realizes that he's not falling, he's floating. And then he starts flapping his wings, and he realizes to his utter glee that he's rising, and he flaps his wings even harder, and he takes off to the skies, never to return, to become the king of the skies. Now this is what you need to realize. When I say move around with people who spark ambition in you, who spark creativity in you, then you need to make sure that you don't move around with people who will bring your ambitions down. You shouldn't think that I'm not capable. You shouldn't think that this is enough for me. Okay? So it's good to have friends who are not quite competent in the studies as well. I never said break off the friendly ties that you have. That yes, if you've got an exam coming up and all your friends are coming and telling you, "Let's go play football, let's go watch Doom 3, let's go watch this and that," then you have a problem. Yeah, because at your age you have a tendency to be light and not right. You wouldn't look at what is right. You want to follow what your peers say. So you'll definitely go following them, which will result in you taking ahead. So have friends with you, but make sure that you have a couple of ones who are quite ambitious as well. Couple of ones who challenges you, couple of ones who force you to look up and walk tall. Okay? So have a good balanced mix of friends. And one thing that you can do is your friends in your friendship circle who are not doing quite well, you be the source of ambition for them. Okay, so their parents will absolutely like to have you around, and they'll look forward to having you being friendly with their children as well. So this is exactly the message that I wanted to give. Okay, and I think it's time to wind up right now. But before we wind up, we'll definitely continue our journey of questions. Unfortunately, we didn't receive any calls today. I was really looking forward to having a healthy debate on the points that we've discussed so far. But we'll, of course, continue our journey. I'm going to be here every Saturday with you from 5 to 6 to continue our discussion. Now, what are we going to look at next week? We'll definitely look at the questions, and we'll look at a concept called SMART goals. What do we mean by SMART goals? SMART goals is a way of setting ambitious goals which will really help your children to succeed in life. Now, today I'll give you a small preview on what a SMART goal is, and I'll end the session with that. Okay, so we've got a small video coming up, a very small video on SMART goals, and once that video comes up, we're going to conclude the session for today. So before I play the video, let me sign off. Thank you for being with us, and hope you'll continue this fabulous journey with Wisdom, my teacher. Looking forward to meeting you next Saturday at the same time with a new set of fantastic information and amazing questions to be pondered and answered. Stay tuned for a short video on what we'll handle in the next session.